fact, Rob Newman and Dan Capriva combined for about 45 of those home runs last year, and they graduated and playing professionally now. Dan Capriva in the Reds organization. Rob Newman in the Braves organization.
Opal looks at ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. The runner Hagedorn, who had a base hit, leads off first. 1-0. Louisville leads Kentucky. Here's a grounder, and he gets it by into right field for a hit. And Hagedorn is coming around third. He's been given the go sign, and he will score. And Louisville leads 2-0. So Darren Opal drives in Hagedorn in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Louisville 2-0, and a runner on second.
Darren Opal comes up with the big hit, and the first baseman was kind of playing the bag a little bit, then moved off, and just as he started to move off, Opal hit it right by him and gets a double, drive in a run. The Cardinals on top, 2-0.
So Braga at first for Kentucky was playing in off the bag, and the ball bounced inside of him for the hit. Here is a strike to Charlie Allen, a .280 hitting senior left fielder who flied to center, or rather who walked in the 1st inning. Ball 1 ball and 1 strike. So with 2 outs, a run is in. Louisville leads Kentucky 2-0. They have a runner in scoring position, Darren Opal, at second base with Charlie Allen. A good RBI hitter. Takes ball 2.
Yeah, Coach Baker saying his average not usually where he'd like it to be, only .280, but again, he's driven in 30 runs. That's tops on the team, and he has 8 home runs. That's tops on the team.
Bowles pitch, miss, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Charlie Allen hit a home run in the game we televised last year, a shot right over the 390 sign.
The wind continues to blow out to right. This one on the ground to short. Throw to first. He's out, and the inning is over. Louisville gets 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd, and after 3 full innings of play, Louisville 2 and Kentucky 0. We'll be back to Cardinal Stadium after this timeout.
There were no Kentucky errors.
We're working hard every day, taking pride in what we do.
Winn-Dixie is committed to bringing you lower prices every day. Our buyers always negotiate the lowest possible price, like power buys. By buying in volume and stocking up, we can drive a low price even lower and pass the savings on to you. That's a power buy. You'll find thousands of them at Winn-Dixie. They're part of our ongoing promise to bring you lower prices every day.
We were trying to solve the mystery of beechwood aging. Beechwood aging isn't some huge, mysterious secret. It's a nearly forgotten example of the brewmaster's art. So expensive, so time-consuming that Bud's the only brewer that still does it.
If it's not beechwood aged, it's just not right.
Okay, so how do you make beer if it's not beechwood aged?
Yeah.
Some things are better left unknown.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium, Bob.
Okay, top half of the 4th inning, Eddie Brooks, Billy Thompson, and Brad Henderson up for the UK Wildcats, and we're joined now by Mike Polio, Associate Athletic Director at U of L, to talk about a number of things, and I know there's a lot going on with the Cardinals administration right now.
Well, there's always a lot going on, it seems to. This is supposed to be the spring, and Bill Olson's working us even harder than ever, but yeah, there is. In fact, Saturday we had our spring football game, and that was a success, and then Sunday we dedicated the scoreboard.
Leading off for Kentucky.
We'll have some highlights of that dedication a little bit later to tell you about. As the first pitch to Eddie Brooks is taken for a ball from Glenn Myers. Cardinals on top 2-0 as we start off the top of the 4th inning. And that's belted to left. It is just foul down the line there, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I know, Mike, you've been working on a few projects, and you can kind of give me the update on a few things. I know there's the memorabilia project and a number of others.
Well, the Hall of Tradition, we're putting it, in fact, as we speak, it's being put in tonight, all day today, and Hubbicks was there early this week, and then Stephanie Darce is filling the cases. It's really amazing. We had as many as 8 or 10 people watching some of the things that were being put in the case, and there's a lot of interest. So I'd suggest if you're over at U of L to come by next week. We won't have the official opening, but it'll be there, and it's really some really nice stuff.
That swung out and hit to right field. A base hit for Eddie Brooks to lead off the Wildcats' top of the 4th inning. Eddie Brooks is 0 for 1 coming up to this at-bat, but he punches one into right. Let's take a look at what happened on Sunday and the dedication of the scoreboard. Mike, you can kind of run me through what happened here. It was a beautiful day, and a lot of nice people came out to Parkway Field.
Well, there was, and John Hellman is probably one of the really unsung heroes of the University of Louisville Athletic Department. As Mr. Olson said during the dedication, he kept it going when, you know, there were 6 balls and 5 bats, and you know, he did everything necessary, and he's one of the real reasons why the University of Louisville Athletic Department is so successful. I think our foundations are on people like John Hellman, and you really don't hear it. I mean, he was athletic director and baseball coach. He was there almost 40 years. And so, you know, as a short-timer, I'm in awe of anybody that can stay anywhere for that long. He came in the 30s and coached almost through the 30s, 40s, 50s, and even part of the 60s. So what a tremendous honor, and we had a couple of people back and talked about him, Peck Hickman, and of course Bill Olson played for him and had some great stories to tell about him. And then as you see Joe's review there, it really was an emotional moment for all of us, and his families were back, and we dedicated the scoreboard, and we have a scholarship fund in his name, John Hellman, that I was at home last night and somebody called for me, which Bill Olson made him call me. He says he didn't, but I think he did. But anyway, I had to dedicate to it, donate to it. So we're giving, there's a lot of things going on, but we're really proud of the heritage and the tradition. And I think the theme for next year's football, basketball will be tradition. And you know, in fact, as soon as this pitch is over, I'll tell you what our slogan next year will be, building the tradition of tomorrow. And so that will be in football, and I think that building on the tradition will be the basketball slogan. So tradition, I think, is a real key for us at the University of Louisville.
Pitch is kind of in on the batter, Thompson. It's a foul ball. Eddie Brooks is at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter, Billy Thompson.
You got some games coming up in Cardinal baseball over at Parkway Field here later this month.
Well, we do, and we're really excited. May 1st, 1923 was the first baseball game at Parkway Field 70 years ago, and we decided not to have anything May 1st this year. Since it's Derby Day, we didn't think a lot of people would probably show up. So we've moved the anniversary or birthday party to May 8th later. Parkway Field is a historic site. It was part of the Negro Baseball League at one time. And, you know, it had Pee Wee Reese, Babe Ruth that won the longest home runs, Ted Williams, Jimmy Pearsall. All the greats played, I think, coming up through the American Association, played at Parkway Field. And now the University of Louisville plays there, and very proudly. And so, you know, we're doing things like adding scoreboards and really bringing Parkway Field back.
That birthday party or anniversary party is going to be quite an event, huh?
Yes, it is. You know, the big mill over there, you know.
Hit to short. They get the force at second, and on to first in time to get the double play. So the U of L Cardinals get their first double play. They turn the trick 6-4-3, make that their second double play.
Andy was a little slow with that, I thought. I was the pitcher's best friend. Is that what they call it? It's an old basketball coach where they call it the pitcher's best friend is a double play.
That's right.
But, you know, I think that, well, like I said, there's just so much tradition going on at the University of Louisville and so many things happening. We just want to be, it's just great to be part of it.
Left-handed hitting Brad Henderson tries to lay down the bunt. He does, but it goes foul.
And of course, we got new tradition with the football stadium. That's in the middle of everybody's thoughts. And in fact, met 7 hours today on the football stadium. There's a lot of interest. We're getting call after call. People want to be involved, and I just want to tell them that the stadium, the model is in. I think you all have seen it. It's a beautiful piece. We'll have we'll be ready this summer to have really a major campaign for the football stadium, and I think that I really do think it's going to be successful. I can't tell you how many calls I've had just when people saying, hey, we want to get involved, let's do it right now. So we're obviously trying to get all our ducks in a row before we go out and talk to people, but they're going to see a major announcement coming up at the end of next month.
No balls and 2 strikes to Brad Henderson, the left-handed hitting designated hitter for the Wildcats. 2-0 U of L Cardinals. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. We're talking with Mike Polio, assistant athletic director at U of L, and I know this is your first year at U of L, and everyone's glad to have you kind of coming home, and I know Coach Olson's put you right to work doing a lot of things, but I'm sure you've enjoyed it.
Well, I have. It's been one of the best years I've ever had. We've had the Metro. It's been very, very busy, but I tell you, every day is just exciting, and it's you're dealing with things that you really love, and you know, people always talk about, I really do enjoy coming to work. Getting toward his 27th year of coaching, I'm not sure I enjoy going to work every day, but boy, I sure enjoy it now.
Bouncing ball to short. Tommy Barnes, a high throw, but Tucker Howard makes the play to retire Henderson, and that's all for the UK Wildcats. They get 1 hit, can't leave a man because of the Cardinal double play. Cardinals lead at 2-0. Mike Polio, thanks for stopping in. Always good to talk to you.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on Fox 41.
Back in a moment.
2-on-2 Jam City, and I'm the mayor.
Yo, fellas, how about a game of hoops? Hey, what? With you? No, with your mama. Mom?
This guy was good, but he was all dribble.
Say what? Come on, man.
Man, he deserved one of these.
Franchise, want a cold bud? Solid.
So, what do you look for in an airline?
Punctuality. Just be on time, okay?
Don't lose my suitcase.
Lots of flights.
Any such airline come to mind?
Yeah, Southwest Airlines. They're #1 in customer satisfaction.
On-time performance.
Best baggage handling.
Yeah, but how much?
Southwest is just $49 to...
Chicago Midway?
St. Louis. Southwest, $49, no restrictions. Kansas City for $69?
Which way to the gate?
Southwest Airlines at Louisville Airport. It's just plain smart.
And there's just some of the faithful here at Cardinal Stadium enjoying college baseball, U of L versus UK. And not too bad of a night. A little bit on the cool side, temperature about 58 degrees. And hope to keep the rain away to get this one in. Game moving along pretty rapidly. U of L and UK.
2-0. The Cardinals scoring a run scattered about there, bottom of the 1st and the bottom of the 3rd. Now, Charlie Allen, who leads this league, inning off, an all-Metro player a year ago.
That's fouled. Sean Harkins is leading it off for the Cards. Glenn Myers and Clint Owens. Bottom part of the order, and combined they have not gotten a hit. It's all been pretty much the top of the order for the Cardinals tonight. Hagedorn scored both the runs. Tucker Howard drove one in, and Darren Opel did the same. It's going to be Harkins, Myers, and Owens against Kentucky pitcher Matt Bowles. Big, strong right-hander. Pitch is taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sean Harkins.
Bowles has fought control problems throughout the game.
Yeah, he really struggled in the 1st inning. He's walked a couple batters in the 1st. That's hit sharply, hits the bag. It's a fair ball. Harkins going to try for 2. No, he takes a big turn and holds with the single. So leadoff base hit for the Cardinals.
Wise base running there. We've had some unwise base running on a couple of occasions here tonight.
Yeah, we did. Tommy Barnes was thrown out, leading off second base. Too big a lead.
You look at it again.
Goes down and gets that pitch and hits the bag and ends up in fair territory. Of course, is a fair ball. Pitcher Glenn Myers up for the Cardinals. Left-handed hitter. Grounded to short his first time.
That's 4 hits now in this game off of Bowles for the Cardinals.
First pitch is low. Billy Thompson getting ready to gun it down to first to make sure Harkins doesn't go anyplace.
And Harkins was stumbling back to the bag. Not a very graceful return to first. He may want to throw again and does.
A little bit closer, too.
Harkins made that one look a little more poetic.
Harkins tried to steal 2 bases this year. He's been successful on both attempts. Another snap throw to first. I guess the Cats figure they can't afford to let the Cardinals score many runs here the way Glenn Myers is throwing the ball. They're trying to keep the runner close.
Harkins taking a healthy lead still.
The 1-0 drilled right back to the box. Bull's going to throw to second and gets the force, and Myers is safe with the fielder's choice. But that was just a rocket hit right back to Bowles, more like a reflex action to get that one.
And great reflex it was by Bowles. Watch this. Oh, that could have just nailed a knee right there if he hadn't batted it down a bit. Hesitates, makes sure he has the target, and throws the runner out. Harkins at second.
So the 1-out batter is Clint Owens. You see Harkins getting ready to head back to the dugout after that leadoff single, but Glenn Myers hit that one right on the nose, and Dave, you're so right. He could have busted a kneecap very easily had his glove not gotten in the way.
That'll leave Myers on the fielder's choice on first.
Clint Howard to make that Clint Owens stepping in.
Clint popped up back in the second.
It's out of Sebring, Florida, played at Upper Iowa University. That's a Division III school before coming to U of L, and Coach Baker says he's made the transition real well. That's hit to second base, could be 2. On to first for the double play. 4-6-3 gets the Wildcats out of the inning before they surrendered 1 hit, and there were none left. We've played 4 full innings here at Cardinal Stadium. It's 2-0 U of L.
What's it like to ride the sky? You saw it in Top Gun, the movie. Now you can do it at Paramount's Kings Island on a new suspended roller coaster that shatters the thrill barrier. Ride Top Gun, the roller coaster. Now flying at Paramount's Kings Island, where the magic of the movies meets the thrills of a lifetime.
Now save a full $5 with coupons from McDonald's.
Think about how you'll spend your life. 24.5 years sleeping, 3.1 years eating, 13.5 years working, which leaves 5.1 months for pure, unadulterated...
Look for free Jockey Star trading cards and 24 packs of Pepsi wherever you see me or me.
Top of the 5th for the Kentucky Wildcats. They'll send up Matt Braga, Mark Etter, and Chris Combs against Glenn Myers.
This is the double play that ended the bottom half of the 4th inning, and that's 3 double plays we've seen here tonight. 1 by Kentucky, 2 by Louisville. Yes, cue the crowd. Well, they're having fun. It's a 2-0 Louisville lead, and 4 hits for the Cardinals and 3 for the Wildcats. Really pretty evenly matched. I think the difference has been the pitching of Myers.
Yeah, Myers has pretty much shut him down. He's only given up 3 hits. There's number 18 out of Wilder, Kentucky. In Northern Kentucky, he went to Newport Central Catholic. He's come down to U of L and had a pretty good career. All Metro selection a year ago. Doing a job for the Cardinals on the mound and at the plate.
Not bad when you can have a 3.42 ERA, working on even your record at 3-3, and carry a batting average of 3.63.
Not bad at all. Matt Braga to lead it off for the Cats in the top of the 5th. There you see, he got a single in the 2nd inning. Left-handed batter against the right-handed throwing Glenn Myers. And that's drilled to right. Going back is Hagedorn, and he's just going to watch that one. It's a leadoff home run for Matt Braga.
Matt Braga got all of that, and we've been waiting to see if somebody would pop one out to right, because the wind has just been whipping dead into right field, and that's the short end around the 340 mark for that ball. Just popped out for Braga.
No doubt about that one. Home run number 5 on the year for Matt Braga, RBI number 30.
That's the indicator of the velocity of the wind that we were told at game time was gusting to 21 miles an hour, and that flag sits in left field, and as you can see, it is blowing in the direction of right field, which this is the short field, the short fence.
So the one swing of the bat, that lead's been cut in half as Etter comes up.
Another look at the home run, and Braga, the first baseman, got it all. And it's up in the stands. 2-1 ball game.
No doubt about it. Etter walked back in the second inning, so this is his first official at bat. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Mark Etter batting an average of 182.
And he hasn't been starting. There's only his second start of the year, so he hasn't been playing a whole lot.
I tell you, that strike call there was right down around the knees inside.
2 homers, 6 runs batted in. That swung on, hit to third. Opel has the long throw in time to retire Etter for out number 1.
Steady fielding third baseman Darren Opel, one of the senior leaders on this Cardinal baseball team.
Kind of a low ball, and Etter went down to get it, but right at Opel, and he throws him out. Tucker Howard and Opel both can play first and third.
Etter playing in his 12th game of the year, and with Kentucky at 21-15, you can tell he's not an everyday player. This is the second game that he has started this season.
Chris Combs steps up now. He's 0 for 1. Swings and fouls it off to the left. Chris Combs hasn't played a whole lot either. Comes in hitting at .333, but it's kind of deceiving. He hasn't had that many plate appearances. There's number 34.
Chris has played in 13 games. This will be his 14th appearance, and a couple of doubles.
Next pitch is a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Combs.
Flied out to center in the second.
He's out of Decatur, Tennessee. Now he calls time and steps out. Pookie Jones is the on-deck hitter for Kentucky. 1 out here in the 5th. Swung on and missed. Glenn Myers strikes him out. Strikeout number 2.
Pookie Jones was the other strikeout for Myers, and Jones is coming up, and we gave you a statistic back in his first at-bat. As you look at the strikeout pitch, Pookie's been having this kind of bugged by the strikeout bug. He has now struck out 16 times in the last 9 games.